It is the one and only Miss D. This is Sippin' Tea with Miss D live, coming to you from BronxNet in the Bronx, baby 149. This is a dream come true. Today is my birthday, and I had a baby today, and her name is Sippin' Tea with Miss D live. Let's get it, bitches. My first performer of the evening, and my first performer of my show in general. A drag show, darling. The one, the only, Alicia Day.
Worship me. Worship me. Oh, here it goes. Okay. Stop and smell my roses, posies. Appreciate my poses, they know. I'm a fanfare like the Star Spangled. Oh, say, can you see my angles? Cause I'm hotter than the stove top. You can put the kettle on, but I'ma make the thing pop. No, I ain't talking about my work, just my work. You can add it all up while I'm beefing up my purse. Hands to the sky. Show me that you're mine. Make me believe it. Hands to the sky. Show me that you're mine. Oh yeah, and baby, worship me. Worship me. Get it together. Make it feel good. Patiently, quietly, faithfully, worship me.
After the commercial break, we'll be back with Mr. Kinsey James with What's the Tea, baby? Give it up.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. Can you see anything different as a pill?
No.
You don't know?
Fentanyl is being mixed into everything now. There's only one thing that will save somebody's life. That is naloxone nasal spray.
Fentanyl, it's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable.
Why would drug dealers put a lethal dose of fentanyl in drugs if they know it's so harmful?
Really just all about the money.
I just didn't realize that one pill could change your whole life.
More kids should know.
So here on Sippin' Tea with Ms. D, we are going to have conversation pieces. This is going to be a safe space for you to say whatever the fuck you want, when you want, how and how you do it. And the one person that I can think of is my castmate from our hit, sometimes, reality show, The Circle New York Season 6. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the one and only Kenzie James. Now, naturally, when I said I'm going to do this, me and Kenzie met. We had this connection of just pop culture, what's going on in the world, politics. He gets mother together sometimes, and he tells me that I talk about dick too much. So I made it my promise to myself that when I did this show, not only because we're on a credible channel and all that kind of stuff. I have to behave myself. I want to be down with the kids. You have to behave a little bit. But I won't talk about dick this whole segment, I'll promise.
Are you serious?
Not a single
Wow,
dick.
okay.
Even though it's my birthday and the dick was good last night, I won't talk about a single dick. But we're up here to talk about the girls and what the girls are doing. Okay. The first girl I would like to talk about is because I have a habit of doing this, and a lot of people that I don't have a habit of doing this, and it's sleeping with the young trade.
Yes, you do.
So the one and only, how do you say her name? Drea Michelle? Drea Michelle, from Basketball Wives fame, right? Claim to fame, had recently revealed that she is pregnant by an NBA player named somebody named Green, I think, and he's 22 years old, and she's 44.
I think she's in her late 30s.
Late 30s.
In her late 30s, like 38, 39.
Is what they're saying on Wikipedia.
Yeah.
But
she
might
look,
be.
right.
she looks good. I'm not going to. I
She
actually
does.
met her at a fashion show a year and some change ago, and she came to me, took the picture, and made sure that the picture was right and everything, and her shades and all, being low key. But how do you feel about? Because this is the reverse.
Right.
This is a older woman getting pregnant by a younger man. How do you feel about that?
Well, I mean, first of all, how do I feel? That's her business. However, I mean, she's a 38-year-old woman. She's with essentially a child.
Right.
And she has a child that is also 22 years old. So his stepdaddy.
I mean, I come from my mother's his brother.
Right.
My mother's last baby father is relatively young also, and my father
how
is
much
younger
younger?
than my mother is.
But
He
how
told
much
me
younger?
the other day too. He was like, "I'm younger than your mother," and I was like, "Oh, okay." I want to say he's in his late 40s. I want to say middle 40s. And my mother just turned 60.
Similar.
I mean, and so,
Similar
the apple don't fall
situation.
too far from the tree, so that's where
But
I
at
get
the
it
same
from.
time, these kids today also are very fast, too.
Yeah.
They're very, very fast. I know how I was at 22, and I was with folk in their 40s when I was 22.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm kind of like, I can't really say anything because I was that child.
So I
But
think
that doesn't
the
make
uproar is because it's a woman doing it. Men are always 60,
Yeah, I
45,
suppose.
messing with 19-year-olds, 22-year-olds,
Right.
21-year-olds. Men always do that stuff. So I don't understand what is the problem when it's a woman. Anytime that it's a woman, it's a problem. It's like, I'm giving you a dose of your own medicine. And a lot of men and people cannot take that. I don't understand why it was such a big story, but I also get that it was a big story.
Who do you think pursued who? And does that matter?
Because I know young men that's like, yeah, I'll take that down. No matter if you're 40 years old, I ain't no little baby, I'll take you down. I ain't shooting no puppy water. You get those situations.
No, there's
The
that
boys
one,
are fast,
that social
especially if-
media video with that little boy and the old lady at the
at the-
ATM
but she
machine,
was ready.
and they're
Mama
going to
was
have
ready to
sex.
put
And
her
she was
depends
ready
to
to
the
have
side.
it. Yes, she was.
I would have put my depends to the side. Right here, aisle 4,
Come on,
baby.
right.
Come,
Oh, God.
come on, baby, aisle 4, near the
Oh,
chicken
God.
wings. Come on over
Okay.
here. I love a chicken wing. Shout out to Carla, my girl
But you
Carla's
said
in
that
here.
you have had young men,
I fucked several.
and you like it.
Love it. Okay? That's why the skin looks good. Okay?
Okay, all that
Those
vitamin
young-
D,
that
that young,
young-
French rest.
Young man, young bull. Those are young, fresh bulls. But shout out to Drea. Get pregnant by the young Trey. He's about to be rich. He's about to be famous. Control that money. Have your baby. And it's not going to work out. I mean, we know it's not going to work out.
Wasn't that why she did it?
I mean, she did it to hold down her future. Okay?
You think so?
It's a pension plan, baby.
Oh my
You better get with
God!
it. It's a
Oh,
pension
you just said you were
plan.
pregnant today. That's right. Oh, okay. You on your
I'm
pension
sitting
plan.
here 4 months, okay? So another thing that people were talking about this week is Meek Mill's and Diddy.
What about Meek Mills and Diddy?
That, do you know what it feels like being swallowed?
Oh!
That they had some kind of love triangle connection, gay rumors, and all this thing going on. How do we feel about not only the Meek Mills thing of, you know, the gay rumors or saying he was at Diddy's house and Diddy did this and TD Jakes and all of this stuff with Diddy.
Well,
how do we feel about that now?
I mean, the proof is in the pudding. DJ Academics had the whole legal papers.
Get out.
Yes, where it said that
She's
Diddy,
such a lady.
No, that Diddy was in a relationship or had intimacy with a Philadelphia rapper. In addition to Meek Mill, like right before the story came out, was on. If you saw his Twitter, he was on this like not apology tour, but on this campaign to express his masculinity and express his straight identity. You know, I don't use the word.
I think I seen the meme that I never. You'll never catch me doing the negation and.
It wasn't even that explicit. It was more like, you know, I need a whole bunch of bad bitches. Like I need 5 women. You know, he didn't. It wasn't that obvious, but it was also like, why are you trying so hard to let us know you like coochie? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you trying so hard?
The boys are very fluid.
Well, this is why I don't use the term straight. Fluid.
The boys are very fluid.
Well, I say straight identifying.
So on the good web series that I'm on, also called Gay Code, we had a correspondent on there one time, and he said that he wasn't gay or straight, that he was hetero flexible.
Flexible.
It's the first time I've ever heard that one, and that was some years ago. So I can imagine, we'll talk about those terms later, but I can imagine.
It's a new term every day.
It's a new term every day. Yeah. It's a new pronoun every day. It's a new dinosaur that they found every day. It's just something new every day. Anything that you want to talk about in pop culture that you might want to ask me about?
Oh, my Lord. Let me think. Not at the moment.
I'm trying to think of what else were we sitting there talking about. Oh, this is something that's very, very fresh.
Right.
Last night, Justin Timberlake had a one-night-only performance in L.A., and he brought the rest of NSYNC out. And they all sounded very good, and they all looked very good. What do you think it takes for the guys? Well, because you don't want to call them background singers. You know, it's just like the Jacksons.
They were a group.
They were a group.
Everybody sang late. I wasn't in the boy band phase. Like, and if I did, mine was Backstreet Boys. But
tell me why.
Oh, that's what they sang.
No, that's
what I'm telling you.
That's Backstreet, right? That's Backstreet.
I think that's Backstreet. Yes, I wasn't in there. I don't know. Like, I mean, but they're a group. Like, Justin Timberlake wasn't the lead singer. He sang the most, though, right? Lead. They all sang lead.
I was just surprised
Don't
that
do
he
them boys like
decided
that.
to. I'm learning that a lot of the pop stars that are out on the road, like Madonna, for instance, brought out Cardi B and all that the other night in L.A. The kids are bringing out people. I had recently.
Madonna's been bringing out a lot of people.
Seen Madonna, in Brooklyn. She didn't bring anybody out, but
yes, she did. Didn't she bring out Luther Vandross? And the family snatched him back.
Oh yeah.
In the AIDS tribute.
Luther Vandross was in the AIDS tribute.
But the family said no.
The family said no.
That secret's not out. That's not your secret to tell.
So
is that what they said?
See, I mean, I think that when it comes to Luther's death, like Luther's death, Luther's sexuality, Luther's this, Luther's that, I think that people need some kind of clarification because he was very beloved. And I think that people are hurt that they don't know, like, have an insight to Luther Vandross' life. Like, yes, Luther was very public, but his life was very private still, you know? And I think that people are intrigued by that or
his intimate
hurt
life.
By that a little bit
I
because
think you're right.
we, as a culture, as black people, invested a lot into Luther Vandross. Fat Luther Vandross, skinny Luther Vandross, fat Luther Vandross.
But where is the
Luther
line?
Vandross.
Where's the line, you know, that, you know, discretion and my business is my business and I want to take my intimate life to the great. Where's the fine line? Because I agree with you. I do think that the public feels robbed. I do feel like there's a missing piece.
Right.
You know,
like we want to know, like, it's just like Luther went sick. He was in a wheelchair and then he wasn't
need closure.
Right. And he talked to Oprah and like she was just sitting there looking at him, and he was sitting there like,
Well,
where
they
am
couldn't talk. They both had weight fluctuation back and forth. So
but not anymore. Don't you do that to Mother
Oh, okay.
Zip pick.
All right, because they took her off the Weight Watchers board. She had to. She.
Zip. Okay.
Yeah.
Another thing that I cannot go away before we go on our commercial break and go into our next segment, the one thing that I cannot come away from why I am here, or a part of me being here, is for the legendary, iconic Wendy Williams. Now, a couple of weeks ago, a 4-part documentary came out on Lifetime called Where is Wendy Williams? And me being an avid fan of Wendy Williams, actually being on the Wendy Williams show several times, I was truly like hurt. Like hurt. Like out of her whole radio career, her whole TV career, everything that she have achieved, I don't think that the cards were supposed to play out like this. And I don't think that those are the cards that God had on her, actually. I think that there is a certain group of people that for a very long time wanted to see the demise of Wendy Williams, you know, like the breakdown of Wendy Williams, you know, because she hurt a lot of people.
Yeah.
She hurt a lot of people with telling the truth, though, you know. Some of it might have been exaggerated, but she hurt a lot of people telling the truth. You know, what Wendy Williams is going through, I don't wish that on not a soul. I don't care if you talked about me to hell and back. I don't wish that on a soul. And I just feel like it's time for people to not only be good on social media, TV, at work, all that kind of stuff, to be good on paper. We have a habit of not being good on paper. Because if we were good on paper, this guardianship thing going on would have never happened. Her kids spending $100,000 on Uber Eats. And then you go, why did a guardianship happen? Why
What
did the
does
judge?
it mean to be good on paper?
So I mean, like, just have our stuff in order, like insurance, pension, 401ks, all that good stuff. You know, we're always good. We work hard. We, you know, exhaust ourselves, and then you don't have any money to bury each other. That kind of thing. We were talking about that yesterday. Because
I don't think that's Wendy Williams' issue, though.
No. So I'm saying, like, the family didn't have, like, a part of control of the money. You know, like the son was the one that got the guardianship initially, and he didn't, like, nobody was watching it. You get what I'm saying to you? So that's why the judge really did what he did in the guardianship thing.
Right.
So,
well, he's a child. You know,
he
he's the
is
next
a
of
child.
kin.
He's in
Her
college.
parents are dead. He's the next of kin, you know, and so that's the unfortunate part about the law, but the law did come in and bring some restrictions to that. But I think the challenging thing is that, like you said, this situation was not meant for her life, you know, and it's about thinking about the kind of people you have around you, you know, because now all of a sudden her publicist is now not in her life, her manager, her longtime manager is now not on her team
the
anymore.
ones that we
and
see
so it's like, did they do this, you know, have this documentary come out and then run away? You know, like, did they do this on purpose?
Right. So did they do it as a form of, I'm going to tell my piece? Right?
Yeah.
So they don't feel bad because they knew what was really going on for a while, and they sat there and just took her money and, you know, used her for whatever, you know, for whatever gain that they would get, or be able to say, like, oh, I was there in her demise. I was there with her.
What gain do they get in making a fool out of her? You know what I'm saying? It's just like
everybody plays a fool.
Everybody plays a fool sometimes.
What they get out of it is, you know, they're on Lifetime. They're able to go do and get paid for interviews. You know, they're able to do that stuff. There is a gain in every, you know, every story that you tell. Me personally, I had always felt like Wendy was doing this stuff because she grew up loving Star Magazine and People Magazine and soap operas, and she lived for that stuff. That's how she became Wendy Williams. She used to read out of the soap opera magazines and all that kind of stuff, and tell the tea from there, and, you know, National Enquirer and all that kind of stuff. That's how she got popular. That was her formula to the show. So in my head, for a long time, I was sitting there like, you know, maybe she's just doing this because this is a part of the story. You know, maybe she's doing this because she doesn't want them to get any more money. She doesn't want Kevin to get any more money, who recently just went to a judge and saying, like, the money that's being held up is a part of his living. It's his alimony. So he's due the alimony. So who's going to?
Well,
take
he
care
said
of
he
him now?
needed more alimony.
He needed
He said
more
that-
alimony.
Yeah,
no,
he
and
said
the
he
story
wasn't.
yesterday or the day before yesterday was he's filing or whatever to get the money from them now.
Because he thinks
he needs money to live. That
he,
was his,
he's
what you
not
call it.
been getting what he feels like represents his lifestyle, the lifestyle that she gave him, and that's why he needed more money. But which is atrocious when she's not in her right mind. And you had a baby on her.
And you had a baby on her. So me being someone that I've been with Trade and they had a baby on me. Well, not on me. I mean, we were actually on
How
a
many
break.
babies have you had on you? Oh, you said you're not talking about that today.
No,
I'm sorry. Okay,
I'm not talking about dick, but I will talk about what the dick do when you.
Oh, I thought that's what you meant by babies. I'm sorry. Let me stay on task. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You see what that says? Sippin' tea. with Miss T. Don't make me call security.
Okay.
But I've only had one person have a baby on me.
Okay.
And the funny thing about it
We need to know the whole
is,
story.
we don't have enough time for that. Maybe the next show. The funny thing about it is that he was young, and I was older when I met him. So it was very much a Drea Michelle and whatever green little boy, 22-year-old boy in the NBA. It was very much that thing. So I mean, you can't stop the boys from humping.
You cannot.
Hump your life away,
cannot.
boys.
You
Just put on
cannot.
your rubbers and have your insurance.
Oh, that's a condom. Oh, okay.
We don't want to go fund me for your funeral.
Oh.
Okay? That's what I meant by being good on paper.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Everybody's in Dubai taking trips. They got purses. They got Corvettes. They doing this. They hopping on the planes. They doing photo shoots in Ireland. All this shit. And if the motherfuckers die, they don't have insurance. You got to wait on Grandma Net to be like,
And put you in a box.
and put you in a box.
Yes, okay.
A cheap one today.
Let's lift it up.
Okay.
It got dark real quick.
I'm just saying that's
you're
what I
right.
meant about being good on paper. So you don't have situations like Wendy Williams, right? Anything else you want to talk about before we go? Into our next thing, which is
The Oscars.
the Oscars.
Yes.
I am Miss D. This is Sippin' Tea with Miss D. You can follow me at Sippin' Tea with Miss D or at InstaEdge. This is Kinsey James.
Yes, you
the
can follow
Kinsey
me
James.
at the Kinsey
And
James.
for the show that we're on, The Circle Season 6, you can watch that on YouTube. And what else? What do you have going on? What do you have
What
coming
about
up?
the circles? Me? I am working on a play called The Johnstons at Country Lake that is loosely based off my life. And then Revitalizing Performing Black, which is my podcast that explores Black performance and Blackness in life.
We need a lot of blackness in life, black and
we have
brownness
it.
in life. We need a lot of everybody in life.
Yes, we
Inclusion
do.
is important. I am Miss D. This is Sippin' Tea with Miss D. More after the commercial break.
I'll see ya.
After a basketball game, a black teenage boy, Brandon, reads his texts in his family group chat. Auntie Flo, congrats on the big win. Mom, that's my baby. Brandon replies, thanks y'all. In a park, his sister Maya texts, where are we celebrating? Dad replies, home. Mom texts, I got dinner going. Auntie Flo replies, ooh, I can't wait, then receives a FEMA flood watch text alert. She texts the family, anyone see that weather alert? We need a plan to stay safe, especially after last year. Ready has a list of resources at ready.gov/plan. In his workshop, Dad sends a photo of emergency supplies and texts, looks like we need flashlights and batteries. Leaving a store with a shopping bag, Brandon replies, I got us covered. Mom texts, I'll check in with Grandma and Papa. Maya texts, thanks Auntie, feeling good about this plan.
I got some batteries and 2 flashlights.
What's up,
I feel like you get taller every time I see you.
Stay connected.
Congratulations, Brandon.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for yourselves, my lovely audience. My family just walked in here, my nieces and nephews. This is very special. It is my birthday. I turned 21 today.
Oh.
I also had a baby called Sippin' Tea with Miss D. These are my first guests. You are my first audience members. Thank you to BronxNet, everyone here, and I appreciate you all. The next topic or subjects that we are going to be talking about is my fashion segment for Sippin' Tea with Miss D, which is called She Knew Better.
Oh.
She knew better. So I think the first one, shout out to my friend Mariana and who helped me out with all of this beautiful stuff that you see here. The first person I think Nicholas is going to put up, not my nephew, there's another Nicholas in the control room, is Ariana Grande, right?
Ooh.
Miss Ariana Grande. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. I think she looks great.
Okay.
I think she looks great.
As a drag queen, I feel like everyone's in drag these days.
Everyone-
So
I agree with you. That's very
it's great,
true.
but it's very. It also gives me like RuPaul's Drag Race, Miss Continental, preliminary gown. Like it looks good, but I'm like, okay, everybody's a drag queen. Got it.
Where does she sit though? Like, how do you sit in that dress?
You don't.
In those
You
you
don't.
don't. Sit
You
in that-
stand.
Okay. So she was standing in the back while they were
You
calling the
stand
awards.
and get your Ozempic shot.
Okay. The one thing I can say about this dress is she looked like a used tampon to me. My thing is.
You think so?
Used.
So when the flowers open.
Oh God.
She sit there. It's a peach.
Wait,
it's a peach.
is it a heavy flow day or?
It was heavy flow.
Okay.
And they threw her right in that garbage and went about their business. A lot of the girls hated that outfit, and so do I. When I seen it, I said tampon. And a lot of people are mad at Miss Ariana Grande because she steals men.
SpongeBob.
She steals husbands.
Whose husband she stole?
SpongeBob from the
That's
musical.
a whole nother show.
Oh.
She stole someone's husband.
Who
and
was
a lot
he
of
married
people
to?
are mad at her.
With nobody important.
He was married at the time, and then
she
and had a baby.
She was pregnant.
The wife was pregnant.
Wow.
And made a
no,
song about
you know,
it.
I just feel like every time she hits like the carpet sometimes,
They
it's
say
like
a man can't be stolen. Uh-oh.
I should know, 'cause-
Somebody agreed.
Well, that's
And a hush
TJ
came
is in
over
the
room.
building, all right?
I agree. That's all I do is steal people. No, I'm joking. No, let me not
A
put that
man
in there.
can be stolen.
He can be stolen.
He can be stolen.
But if he's stolen, was he ever yours?
That's another show. Okay. The next one, I think, Chris, just put him up. I don't know who it is. It might be Danielle Brooks. Who is it?
It is.
It is Danielle Brooks. Now, for me, she looked gorgeous, wonderful, skin sitting,
Okay.
outfit nice, girdle worked. It was great.
I don't know. She looked like one of the big backs that Charlamagne was talking about.
We are a big back family here.
Oh, okay. I was
and
wondering.
you will be escorted
I was
out of
wa-
here.
So I
No, I'm
wanted
joking.
You got a strong back.
Yes, you have a- He has a Georgia back.
Yes, come on, I'm a peach. But I just want to know what he meant by that. Yeah, I don't know about
So
that.
being a Caribbean person too, because I am Caribbean.
Yes,
Oh, you
Shout
are.
out to Jamaica.
Jamaican, right?
Big back. It's just a very Caribbean thing. So I always make the joke that Jamaican people will give you a nickname off an ailment you got. So
Off
you know,
an
I
ailment?
so you know I walk with a little limp. So they be like Big Limp, Limpy, come Limpy, One-Eyed Donovan.
Would I be good puss? Or is
I mean, well, honey, look, if you're broadcasting and your puss is good, then your name is Good Puss.
that community
That's just it.
is what I'm always
Yes,
centered about.
communication
Yes.
is communication. Look,
community.
coordination,
What is it? Right.
communication,
Yes,
coordination.
networking.
And what's the other one? 3 C's. I can't remember the other one. The 3 C's.
Cornbread,
But they
cornstarch.
always big back is a very Caribbean thing.
So are you saying that it's not negative?
It's
a
not.
negative-
It's
okay.
not. I
Okay,
think
good.
that
So I don't feel bad for calling Danielle a big back.
because American people don't say. I mean, we call people fat asses and that fat bitch and you know that kind of thing. Big back is a little less harsh than that.
I don't know. As a fellow big back, I think it all matters the tone and who says it. But in this context of Miss Danielle Brooks, how do I explain it? Oftentimes when you're bigger, you're always trying to be and tight that you look uncomfortable. Girl, and with her skin tone, I wanted a color. I think she played it safe with the black. The black looks good.
I feel like she should have did like a lilac.
Yeah, I was gonna say a lavender or purple. Girl, you look
Coral,
beautiful.
something,
Gold.
something, yeah.
But it's
Something
it's
like
safe
that.
to me. It looks
She look
good,
nice
but
to
it's
me,
safe.
though.
You look good in your black, Kenzie.
I feel like I do.
And your choker too.
Are you trying to tell us something? Or?
Wow, he's a rock
entertained.
star,
Oh,
baby.
okay.
Don't yoke me up, please.
Who's next?
You gonna
It's
get
so
yoked
funny.
back.
Me and Mariana went through all of this stuff, and I don't remember who's next.
It's
all right.
okay.
It's a
They just
surprise.
come up and we go.
Let them come up and we go. Chris. I guess there's not another slide. I know another. Yes, Emily Blunt. Give me all of them. Just keep going. Just keep giving me them. We're gonna do Emily Blunt next.
Oh, I kind of like her. I live for her. Sorry.
Yes. I don't know who the designer is. I thought Scaparelli.
Oh.
Yeah, that's something I can never say. It sounds like
You
it
just
hurts.
said it. Scaparelli.
That
like
sounds-
an ointment.
You know, Grandma had the Scaparelli girl.
That sounds like a
And
rap.
she ain't been right ever since.
Scaparelli.
It was a very simple dress. A very simple
We're not
dress.
going to do that to
It was a simple
Devil Wears
dress.
Prada icon.
I know. I just watched that the other day. It's a really iconic movie.
I'm kind of upset that
and what's her
Barbie
name
didn't,
is
what you call
in
it?
In the musical.
Yeah.
Vanessa Williams.
I'm upset that no one from Barbie won an Oscar.
Oh, no, you're right.
Barbie didn't win anything.
Yeah, wait, no. Best
And it shouldn't
performance? Was it? I mean, it was very much a white feminism anthem, but we won't talk about that. But
Which means that it's outdated, right?
Well,
it's a new day.
It's a new life.
It was inclusion. You had Latinas, you had black Barbies, you had
I
gay
thought
Barbies, you had Barbies in wheelchairs.
Well, Alan, we didn't know if
Me
he
and
was
Carla
gay.
was in Marshalls the other day, and they had a pregnant Barbie. They had pregnant Barbie in Marshalls.
You thought Margot Robbie should have won an award?
Should have won Best Song at least.
Oh.
But they gave it to that dark.
No,
the
lies.
dark girl with her
Barbie.
brother.
Barbie did win. They got album song, but it was only Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish.
Oh yes,
Yes,
oh, so
they
Billie
did win
Eilish
some.
song,
They did
that was
win.
the Barbie song.
That was a hit.
Oh my God, I thought it was a funeral.
It is.
It's
It is
so
sad.
dark.
It is sad.
Her and her brother makes dark music. You talking about dark? That's dark.
I don't listen to pop music, so I'm
No?
just trying to.
I ain't gonna lie. Bad Guy is on my drag playlist. So when it comes for brunch,
Ah!
press play.
Yes.
I'm gonna give it to you.
Can we get some of the men? Domingo Coleman, Domingo. How do you say his name?
Coleman Domingo.
I'll let him top me.
We c-
Who is Afro Latino?
we could do Davine Joy.
Yeah, Panamanian. I was like, work.
Up, bump. I got some Panamanian family too. Bump, 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 Panama.
Oh, Miss Davine. Right?
Davine Joy.
Divine.
No,
Divine.
they might have thought that she was Coleman Domingo upstairs. But
Divine. Don't do her
Divine
like
Joy.
that.
They both got big
Divine.
bags.
Yes.
Now, out of the big bag battle of the Oscars, I just felt like they said, okay, Monique didn't do it. Let's go find somebody that looks like her.
But I think you're talking about representation. You brought up with the Barbie thing, because just because you're visible doesn't mean equity is being done behind the scenes or in the scenes, because sometimes equality is not always equitable.
Yeah. Well, I was about to say all diversity is not good diversity. But say more about the Big Back Brigade of the Oscars.
So I just
want
felt
us
like
to
they
stay
were
on-
sitting. They were sitting. I felt like they kind of like set that up for the ooh la la or the like the moment, because she was sitting next to Divine, right? Miss Joy, Divine.
Davine Joy.
Divine.
Who was next to her?
Divine?
Who?
Bitch. Her name is Divine. Bitch. In the hood, she's called Divine.
She from Philly.
She.
Oh, so she
Divine.
will beat your ass.
She's from Philly.
You're here, please. It's only one bitch.
But you were saying she was sitting next to whom?
So she was sitting next to Danielle Brooks, and I felt like they kind of like set that up.
Well, they do that. They want the ratings. They want, because the color
Well,
purple
they
was
were in the
big.
same
And
quarter
they
category.
they
were
all
competing
held
against each other. But what
they
you're
all held
saying,
their composure very well.
I think what
Everyone
you're
who
saying,
lost was sitting there like it was good.
But
you
I
know?
think your comparison to Monique, you're trying to talk about this trope, this mammy trope, basically, of the big black woman, and that is what Hollywood likes. That's what they celebrate.
That's what they
They
reward.
don't. That's what they reward. They don't really kind of honor and
And that's
highlight
been
different types,
since
which
the-
is kind of what Taraji is talking about in a sense. Where she's talking about more money, but also like she's
the prototype.
she's the type. She's like she feels like she's not a type that they consider. You know. And so maybe you're right, is kind of what I'm saying. I think that's interesting that you would make that identification.
Yes, for more Oscar winners that we like and we didn't like, follow Sympathy with Ms. D. I am Ms. D. This is Kinsey James and Alicia Day. We will be right back with Miss Meme, which is the meme of the week.
Ooh, work.
Most hiring algorithms would scream me out.
Some bosses couldn't see me as a leader.
I've run this place for 20 years, but I still need to prove that I'm more than what you see on paper.
I've been running code.
as long as I've been able to reach a keyboard.
This is what I do. It's second nature for me, coordinating 100 details at once.
It's the way my mind works. I have a very mechanical brain.
I sold them on my skills.
You gotta be so good they can't ignore you.
My magic is
Analytics and empathy. That's how I'm getting clients. You have to have the confidence in yourself to show up and defy the odds.
I'm more than who I am on paper.
I never got a college degree. And today, I'm the CEO of my own company. People want to tell me I'm one in a million, when actually I'm one of millions. Stars are all around us. It's time for them to shine.
Yes, welcome back to Sippin' Tea with Miss D. Give it up. Now, hopefully, if this goes well, she'll be on every week.
Yes,
okay?
she will.
And not in sequence. Don't worry. I know they like, what is this finding this sequence? She gotta get this sequence. So, you know, I am a woman of a certain age.
Well, you're 21.
Especially today. And a lot of the kids sometimes will text you, send you messages. A lot of the young traders send you messages, and you don't know what the fuck is going on. You're lost. So the other day, I seen a meme that says, hey, this is an update for 35 and older, 35 and up. And it was about the abbreviations to certain things that we say or that the kids say so that you can understand. So one of them is, and I want to teach you guys out there, okay? So this is for my AARP girls, AAA, all those girls.
I'm not there quite yet.
God willing.
But I do date.
Tread lightly. You want to get there one day. You young gay motherfuckers take age very lightly. You should appreciate
That's
it.
not the only reason why people
They were
gays
calling
die.
us. They were calling us dinosaurs on the show. Or they were calling us on the show.
Ancients.
Ancients. No. They were calling
They
us
weren't
ancients.
talking about me.
They were calling us ancients on the show. And I used to say to them, "You would want to get my age one day. You would want you guys out here chewing fentanyl." Like it's bubble gum.
Well, they just live a harder life. That's okay.
You're
They
chewing fentanyl like it's bubble gum, and you talk about my age.
But to make it positive, you are. I'm not trying to age you more, but for the young gays,
she's about to. Go ahead.
No. You guys are our examples. Think about it. The people before you, some of them haven't made it. Some of them are still here, and they're not trying to build community. So
No, and they're very
all
mean.
are doing it.
That makes me sad when I hear that.
But you know that is a very big problem with us.
You
and
feel
we need
like
to,
that the older gays don't try to build community?
Well, because there's a generational gap. We don't want to know. We don't want to learn. You know, we think we know everything, which, I mean, we all been there. But then also, been there can't tell.
Well, I find that the younger gays don't know how to build community either.
True.
Especially the way they talk about
have
friends.
nothing to look up to build community. What they were
What
giving.
does that mean? Why? I mean, I understand, like, people, I don't understand why people need to see they need to see something so that they can do it the right way, or so that they can be the right way, or so that they can be kind. Why is it not an innate thing to share and to build and to be positive with others? Why you got to see somebody do it first and then say, oh, okay, now I can do it too?
For me, it was with drag. Like, I never really wanted to do drag. I wanted to be a performer.
Okay.
But I never saw a black flamboyant guy doing pop until I heard about Sylvester in the 70s and then maybe Elton John. So for me, drag was, I saw that a man can do that and not be in his full form.
All of the girls in the 70s were flamboyant.
Well, but I mean, but not like openly queer
You
or
ever
gay.
seen the guys that sing "Oh Sheila"? Or Ronald Isaac and his brothers in the poom poom shorts at the
Right,
club
and
with the
tank
rock tops
tops,
on?
yes.
Or all the groups in the 70s, honey, where they had a poom poom shorts and they socks pulled
You
up.
know, I wear mine.
Okay, you love a 70s
crop tops and coochie cutters all summer long.
And a lace all summer long. Okay, so the first one is OMM. Does anybody know what
on
OMM
my
is?
mama.
Oh shit.
Okay.
I look good.
Oh, my mama.
All right.
You know, I used to be a high school
Somebody
teacher,
fucking
so I
somebody.
gotta
else.
remember
Somebody's
my
a Drea
children.
Michelle. ASL.
Age, state, what age?
No,
state, location.
We're not talking about
okay.
we're not talking about the hiccup.
Age,
not
sex,
the hookup
location.
sites.
Oh, sorry.
Not the hookup sites.
ASL.
But that is age, sex, and location for the hookup girls.
Okay.
But this one is as hell.
As hell.
Yes.
Oh.
ASL is as hell.
As hell.
Interesting.
Okay,
Okay.
WTS.
WTS with the shits.
Oh, that's a good one, but it's not that.
It's not?
No, but we'll keep
Oh,
that
it's not
one.
with the shit?
No, it's not with the shit. But that
WTS.
is a good one.
I'm learning.
Went to sleep.
Went to sleep.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So you got NGL.
Not gonna lie.
Right. ONG.
OMG?
ONG is
On
on
God. Oh, God.
WB is What About You?
Okay.
EVB is
EVB.
Everybody.
Everybody.
GTS is Going to Sleep.
Going to sleep.
MBN is Must Be Nice. ALR is Already. STG is
This
not
is why they don't know how to spell.
Not
okay?
STD.
This is why these kids.
STG.
STG is what?
Swear to God.
Swear to God. Okay.
YT is white.
White, yes, because we use it on YouTube because of censorship. You can't say certain words.
Oh, YT.
Like, so a lot of the slang is you can't say certain words on social media because you get blocked or banned or shadow banned.
That is
So
true.
you gotta
Or
so
if you're posting an ad, you
Right.
can't put that stuff for your ad to go through.
Right.
Okay.
So a lot of it is trying to beat the algorithm.
Interesting.
Yeah. So TF is the fuck.
Yes, of course.
OFC is of course.
Of course.
DPMO, don't piss me off.
Work.
DTM is doing too much.
I like that one.
LBS, little bitches. LBS, LBVS,
Like pounds, LBS. Okay.
laughing but very serious. DKM, don't kill me. LRT, last retweet.
Oh my
and
God.
YK, you know.
Okay.
I heard that one.
I mean, we got some of them. They're not like, like I said, it's STG, not STD, the things that we had to learn about. The kids don't have to learn about those things.
No,
these
we
days.
they should still.
I mean, they do. They do, but they don't care.
Right.
Okay. And I didn't know that, I didn't know a lot of these actually.
Well, because like I said, I like on YouTube, like you can't say certain words like ads and your sponsors will not you won't get monetized. So I'm not saying I'm part of the Gen Z, but you use words to either, like if you know, because then I'm not messing with my little coin because I'm 22, 23, I'm in college or just got out of college, just cute little Twitter or Instagram check, paying my rent for my little condo. So, yeah.
So do we agree with the American government with TikTok or do we disagree?
The
I just
government
disagree.
is trying to make its money. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Disagree.
Because they're not saying that there can't be TikTok. They're saying that TikTok can't be owned by China.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And I think honestly, it's not them saying it; it's the big business behind them. Saying
Of course,
it. Like
yeah, they
the
want
power
them
players,
coin.
Walmart, Amazon, and all the rest of the gang out there.
And some
That
of our
gang.
lobbyists.
Yes, and
I don't get
that's
into
what that's about. It's about coin.
money.
You
It's
know,
about capitalism.
About who's buying
It's
from
about
who.
capitalism.
It's about all of that.
For me,
I mean, I kind of agree with it, and then I kind of
Why?
don't agree with it. Well, we want the coin. We sent all the rest to Ukraine. We got to make it back some kind of
I
way.
don't care who owns it. Why do we care who owns it?
Right. I think it's messy because
espionage.
Right, but also Facebook.
You lived through the 80s.
You knew how they was dragging Facebook because
You
of
lived through 3 civil wars
how.
and 4 pandemics.
Okay, you're aging
7
her.
hurricanes.
Three, girl.
7 hurricanes, 7
Ridiculous.
blizzards, and you're still alive. You know what it's about. Sippin' tea with Miss D. We'll be right back with that thing-a-ling-a-ling after the break. Give yourselves a round of applause.
Word. One sec. You threw.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. Can you see anything different as a pill?
No.
You don't know?
Fentanyl is being mixed into everything now. There's only one thing that will save somebody's life. That is naloxone nasal spray.
Fentanyl, it's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable.
Why would drug dealers put a lethal dose of fentanyl in drugs if they know it's so harmful?
Really just all about the money.
I just didn't realize that one pill could change your whole life.
More kids should know.
Yes, welcome back, bitches. It's the one and only Sippin' Tea with Miss D. It's Miss D. Alicia Day is here. Kenzie is here. So another segment on the show that I would like to talk about because I noticed that the young boys today are very much swinging around. And as we get into the spring, we are going into spring pre-sweatpants season. So I came up with a segment called Ting-a-Ling-a-Ding, okay? That ding-a-ling-a-ling. You see it there? And the ding-a-ling that I would like to talk about, do we have a picture? I don't remember we have a picture. Do we know? I don't have a picture. I don't have a picture of who I'm talking about, but you guys will know exactly who I'm talking about. Drake.
Ooh.
Drake's penis made its world debut a couple of weeks ago.
It did.
How do we feel about the girth, the length? Was it more black? Was it more Jewish? How do we feel about Drake's penis?
It did look a little skinny for me.
Okay. I like a little bit girth. I'm a girth girl. Let me a
the
little
length
more
was
girth.
great, but it looked a little skinny, you know.
Like you say it best.
They say skinny dicks give hemorrhoids.
Yes,
So,
you know what's
they
so funny?
really do.
I was gonna say, out of my skinny dick experience,
They
it was
give
very like hemorrhoidy.
Yeah,
it's very painful.
They poke and
It's needly.
They don't like stretch and
See, these bitches are older than me, because look, now I'm like, well, then shit, maybe I need to get a pencil dick to see how it feels. Okay, good.
God.
See, I'm learning, right.
Yeah.
You bleed on the floor,
Yeah, you
honey.
don't
It's
want
like,
that.
no.
I wish it was a little more girth.
Yeah.
Girth, a little more girth.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. You know, for me, I just was kind of happy that he was well endowed a bit.
Okay.
That he had some.
In my experience, mixed race men are always well endowed.
It depends on the mixture. No.
On the race, right?
Right.
Yes,
Let me
that's
stop.
true. Yes. In my experience, so I expected it to be big.
You know, for some apparent reason.
He's tall too, isn't he?
He is a big
I didn't realize he was tall. He's a tall man.
What did you want to do when you see? Because I just wanted to lift his legs up and then.
I don't see Drake like that. So
no, I wanted to lift his and climb his back.
Oh,
yes.
you did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because
Wait,
probably
so you
it's
saying
probably
that
hairy.
You wanted to top
I've
Drake?
been having the feminine urge lately.
Explain to the audience what that is, because a lot of people we are a space where we are teaching,
We are
right?
teaching, yeah.
We are teaching the masses the real thing. Okay, what's really going on? Explain to them what.
So you have your tops, those who are pitching, those who do the do. Then you have your bottoms, those who catch, those who receive. Then you got your mattresses who just flip and flop, you know, whichever they go. And I've been in my my top era, you know.
So like a soft era, like how the girls are saying it's their soft era. You're having a top era.
Like
because I am a blouse, a camisa.
You're a blouse.
Because I'm like 5'2", people are like, oh, automatic bottom, but then the guys be 6'3", they be like, top me. I'm like, okay. So I was like, with or without the acrylics.
I mean, I think most men want dick in their ass.
Right, and it don't.
That's what I feel. I'm talking
don't
about
think
all
they
of them.
want
I'm talking about
that.
all of them. Every last
I'm not
one.
gonna sit here and agree.
All
Me,
of them.
Pegging.
personally.
Listen, it could be a
You don't
silicone
want
one.
one. You really are a side. You don't want dick in.
Wait a minute. We'll talk about the side thing when we come back.
See this top,
okay.
bottom, left, right,
I
verse.
know we were doing all of this.
Alicia
The
let us
children
into
are
that.
here.
More when we come back about sides, maybe after the commercial break. Sippin' tea with Ms. D. Alicia's here. Kenzie's here. Give yourselves a round of applause, audience. Yes, baby. It's the one and only Sippin' Tea with Miss D. It's Miss D. Bitches, give yourselves a round of applause. Welcome back. I personally want to give a shout out to the family at BronxNet. Now, a while ago, I set out to do this. I said, when the pandemic happened, I got frustrated and was like, okay, I need to go do something. I've been on a lot of shows and supported a lot of my other friends in the industry with radio, internet, all that good stuff. And during the pandemic, I said, well, you know, I'm just going out here and doing Sippin' Tea with Miss D, you know, and this is what it is because it's about space. It's about inclusion. I know a lot of times I could be a lot of the girls think that I always want to overtalk you, steal a show, but that happens naturally, bitch, get over it. You know, that kind of thing. So before the commercial break, we were talking about, I just wanted to say thank you to BronxNet for accepting a big back like me. And I'm bringing all the gays here, honey, so you better get ready. Drag queens and all. Okay? So before we were going to the commercial break, we were talking about I guess positions, right? Top, bottom, fluid, all around, blouse,
Versatile
camisa,
blouse,
which is
yes.
for those who are Hispanic.
I don't think we define
camisa.
blouse for the people, so we
Camisa.
should.
Can you define blouse and then?
So the joke is a top. Top is also known as your shirt. So when you're a feminine top, a blouse is a feminine top. So a blouse. So you're a feminine top or camisa if you're bilingual.
Camisa.
Yo soy camisa.
Yes, exacto, correcto. Okay, shout out to all my Latinas in the building.
Yes.
So we were talking about sides. So recently, one of our other castmates on the season 6 of The Circle, Ralphie with the booty from Jersey, that's what I'm gonna call him. He was supposed to be, he's not here. But Ralphie made a video about him being lost about all these different terms every day. What is a side? So who wants to go first and explain what a side is? Kinsey, you look like you would know what a side is first.
It's because I know you. That's why I know what a side is. But from what I understand, a side is a person that doesn't necessarily need anal sex, but they prefer oral sex, and I think that they prefer performing the oral sex as opposed to having it performed. So that would be you.
A big side.
What's your knees looking like?
Well, one of them is good and one of them is bad, bitch.
So lean on your good
I'm a
knee.
slanted side.
Lean on your good knee.
Like?
I'm a to side to the side.
Get the side.
I'm a side by side. Okay, but so it means
because we know you love sucking dick.
Oh my God!
Sorry.
Not in front of my nieces and nephews.
Well, I mean, you're talking about.
But I'm sure that they heard it before. They're fine. But look,
what?
Not heard it in general.
Girl, it's 2024. It's in every music song.
No.
Ice Spice, Nicki
I'm
Minaj.
saying heard about
know
what their
it
auntie
is.
uncle does a little bit. So.
Oh my God.
So a side is someone who just enjoys the sides of sex. So you
Intimacy.
don't have to have
the
intercourse.
sides of sex.
Like
The
no
sides of
penetrative,
sex. No
Very
penetration.
cool.
mutual touching.
Yeah.
Fraudage
Kissing,
is what it's
fraudage.
frauding.
Now,
That's
is
the
that
T.
would that be considered a side?
I mean, yes, because it's hunching.
And that's
the
it.
sides
But
of
it's
sex,
mostly
isn't it?
intimacy based. I like the.
Can we explain what frauding is for people who don't know?
I really don't know.
I've done
It's
it.
hunching.
Ooh.
It's hunching.
It's
basically.
when
I'm
the
from South.
baseball bats are rubbing against
Right.
each other, and the friction, and the intimacy, and the closeness, and the eye contact, and the heavy breathing, and the sweat, and then the gyrating.
And how long does frauding sometimes last?
Whatever somebody gets there.
TJ.
Oh,
TJ
it does
knows the
go
answer.
into it does go to climax.
TJ, come over here and tell us the answer. TJ's here. How long does frauding take place?
Oh, as long as you want it to.
I see you, TJ. Hi.
TJ know about Friday.
Hi.
TJ Trayvon James is in the building, everybody.
Frauding
TJ.
Fridays. That sounds
Frauding
good.
Fridays. So what's the difference between frauding and edging?
Edging can be by yourself.
Yes,
You
or
can
with the
edge
friends.
Or with the friends.
Ooh.
Also, edging, I think it's like giving or receiving pleasure almost to climax, but then you stop. And then you keep going.
And then if you got a partner, I can make you beg for it.
No, those are the other
So
sides.
when you're close and then you stop,
edging,
and then sometimes it might involve hands behind things, so then they can't touch, and then you controlling, but not that I've done it. But
Now, so what would
I'm
be
learning too.
what would be your side?
My side?
if
What
he was a
side
side,
do you like?
Fucking.
Oh. See, that's not a side though. That's the full meal.
Who wants half a meal?
I mean,
Don't
I
give me
do.
an
I'm on a
appetizer.
diet.
a lot
I'll
of
take a
people-
half
I
a
want
meal.
all the courses. I want all the I want a 7-course meal. I want it from the top rooted to the tutor, the top to the bottom. I want the breakfast and dessert.
I'll take the keto. Just give me the keto, no carbs. No,
Okay,
we'll
no
still do
carbs.
it. Just
Okay.
no carbs.
So
no
what's that mean?
filler.
Just meat and
So wait, I like to call it this because I don't like to say ass eating. So rimming
yes.
is a side, right?
Oh, so you're asking one of our favorite side thingies or foreplay? That's called foreplay, in theory. Wouldn't it?
rimming is not really
Mine
foreplay.
is kissing.
Okay,
I
let's
love
talk
to
about it. Do you
kiss.
kiss everybody? I'll be scared.
No, of course not. But
Do
I
you-
am
you
not one of
kiss
those
when
people
you get the
who can.
signal to kiss.
No, I kiss when it's somebody I want to kiss.
Ooh.
It sounds a little bit aggressive.
It probably is.
It's giving Bill
It
Cosby
is. And
Quaalude
folks really
energy.
think, and it's crazy because
It's
no,
giving
don't get
Quaalude
that.
energy.
No, it's not. It's not. I'm gonna get it when I want it.
It's giving
No.
Quaalude.
Yeah. No, it's not. Don't do that.
I feel like kissing is like
intimate.
No.
Okay.
I'm not gonna sit here and be,
It's too close.
I feel like
blah blah blah.
Kissing is a signal. Like you get a signal to kiss.
See, for me, it's like yes, and sometimes I don't. How do I explain it?
Are we talking about a good night kiss,
no
or
matter how much
in the throes
or
of
intimate?
passion?
Yeah, throws of passion. What are you talking about?
Throws of passion.
In the throes of passion.
If
But
I'm-
isn't sometimes how it all starts with kissing? Generally?
I don't know.
Not
See,
the
I
way
don't
you
kiss-
do it. They
I don't
come
kiss
in, they
my
drop
trays.
them draws.
Pull up, pull out. It's the type of party we're having.
My God. What time does this come on?
After 12.
Okay, good.
Thank you, BronxNet, for non-censoring the girl.
Like, whoa.
So yes, I do like sides. I mean, I have to kind of like fill you out for a Hulk smash, because if it's not a Hulk smash, then I'm gonna be mad.
But think about it. Size can be helpful. Say if
a
you
Hulk smash.
say you just had Taco Bell and you ain't ready to do the full shebang. You're like, baby, let's do some frontage. Let's do some chitty chitty bang bang, because I'm not ready for the whole shawarma. You know?
Yeah, I need it all.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm
then
sorry.
you must have your good fiber every day, because sometimes I might take my
You're not
Metamucil. Sometimes it's chili night and I want to eat my bowl of chili.
And you don't want to have to worry about
and I
nothing
don't worry
afterwards.
about right, no Picasso. So
There you go again. Explain to the kids
Oh, God.
why they should take their Metamucil.
so Metamucil is a fiber supplement.
Explain to the kids
Oh my goodness.
Why they should be regular.
why they should be regulated.
Well, regardless of any anal activities, you should be regular because it's good. Trust me, nobody likes constipation.
Right.
And diarrhea is also a form of constipation, which I just learned recently.
Oh, really?
Yes, because you're
I had a lot of that kind of form
because
of
your body doesn't have is
constipation.
lacking fibers. If
Okay.
everything should be solid. So if it's too solid, you're constipated. If it's not enough solid, it's coming
It's
out
just,
as water. Right.
juicy. It's
So
feeding the
fiber
turtles
helps get
fast.
everything out that colon, and you have to eat. Now, when I do it, you do a little bit at a time, because if you take it takes 2 to 3 pills a day. If you take
A
5 in one,
Metamucil?
yeah. If they got them in
Oh,
pills and
goddamn.
powders, but once a
How
day,
much
twice a
shit
day.
you doing?
No, because eventually you're supposed to have like at least 20 grams of fiber a day. Like they want you, because that you get your fiber from your vegetables, your so in theory none of us are getting it. So when it comes to the backdoor activities, you have that so you can grab all the Hershey bars. So when you're about to pass, the Hershey bars come out the highway fine. Now if you don't have your fiber, some girls claim they know their body, and when they do the backdoor dance,
ones.
Yeah, the girls who always hit
Always the
Trayvon.
wrong
they like to
ones.
paint.
The girls who
I
always
know my body,
Gio.
girls. I know my body,
Trayvon
girls.
is a very much I know my
I
body
know my
girl.
body, girl.
Gio is very much. I know you put some beans on some tray before. Gio.
Don't do that.
we call them Picassos,
Don't do
Van
that.
Goghs,
Uh-huh.
the Moets, because they like to paint.
The
Let me tell you
Monet.
about
The
that
Monets.
Picasso shit right now. That was very triggering.
Not Moet, that's
When
liquor.
I was in a long relationship, my ex-boyfriend one night, he got up, he went to the bathroom, he came back, he was like, babe, you should work for Benjamin Moore. And I said,
Oh no.
and started crying like Devon Joy
Oh.
in that movie she was in, playing that big
The
old big back
holdovers.
mother. The
Lunch lady.
holdovers. Give it up for Kinsey James, Alicia Day. Give it up for yourselves, BronxNet, and Miss D. Sippin' tea with Miss D.
Yes.
I wanted to give my closing read. So there is many things that we talked about today, and I know and I'm sure that you learned something. The one thing that I want you to understand is no matter if it looks good on TV, social media, even TikTok, if it ain't good on paper, baby, it ain't good. Okay? Thank you to BronxNet, my whole production team here. Sippin' tea with Miss D live, baby. See you next week. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Follow us at follow me at Sippin' tea with Miss D Instagram. My Insta Edge is my Instagram. You have Sippin' tea with Miss D. Shout out to Naya, aka Mariachi, as I call her. Shout out to Kinsey James. Shout out to Alicia Day and everybody here at BronxNet. Thank you. And happy birthday to me, baby.